Hello, my darling. Um, it's like 4:30 in the morning and I'm not sleeping. Trying to stress out where our next home base is and how we pull this off. And then it dawned on me that I think it's time. All that planning, all that research. This is not the RV I was going to do it in, but you're going to think I'm crazy, but hear me out. Best thing about video is nobody can interrupt me till I'm done, so when they get freaked out and interrupt me, I'm not derailed. I hate that. So, I think we are going to have to get rid of everything that is not absolutely necessary, which means extra vehicles and my store camper. I'll explain. And the vintage toys and games. I don't think we can do it all, and I don't think that we can sell vintage toys and games online while we're traveling, and we need the space. So, what I propose is we move on, but we don't settle down. If we can't get that property, then we need to build a life one way or the other. And this is what we always talked about and dreamed about. We just need to... I wish we had a better RV to do it in first, but maybe that will come. A 40-year-old RV and a cross-country trip is scary. But here's the thought. From here, instead of heading straight to Tucson, we head to Santa Fe. And we take the art personally to antique consignment places. The places that interior decorators shop. And we see if we can place a few here and a few there. And hopefully they're consignment. And then from there, we move to Albuquerque. And then I've got a list, but places like Truth or Consequences, Las Cruces, they all have the same antique shop. The antique consignment shops. And maybe go in and personally meet with some people at the galleries. Let them see the art. This means getting rid of my store camper and everything in there that does not serve what we're moving towards. If it can't be sold online, I mean, the jewelry and stuff, we're going to have the Etsy store. eBay's not really right for what we're doing. Marketplace we can do locally. We can still keep some of the art listed while we're there in those towns and then move on. Work our way around to Arizona. Work our way up into Nevada. Nevada's got quite a few little towns that'll work, from all the way up to Reno, and then probably head into Lake Tahoe after that, and just keep hitting the artsy towns. Try to get into events while we're there. Try to get into farmers markets that aren't as strict with local made stuff. Hit flea markets in between. And it would be more staying for a couple of weeks. But it's going to be expensive to get us to even Tucson. And then it's going to be expensive to get us out of Tucson. So maybe we don't get a home base. Maybe we strip our lives down to the very minimum that we need. And we do this because this world is not made for us to survive in any normal sense. We do not fit the mold. The stress of renting a place is so much worse than what we would have to go through this way. Having a home base is expensive, and it keeps you tied down. I've always wanted to travel. We've always talked about traveling. So it just sort of hit me that this is do or die. So, stay 2 to 6 weeks, move on, and find a way that we can stay in production, strip the line down to the things that I've been working on, sell the big equipment, keep the small equipment, and try to sell as much of the art as we can along the way. Find the places the interior decorators shop and see if we can consign the pieces there so they're safe and we have more room. I'll have to talk to my son about the car because I don't know. That's a lot, traveling with an RV, a truck pulling a trailer, and a car. That's a lot. So that will have to be worked out. But if we can't have the property and we can't have a home base with a workshop, then it might be time to take that leap of faith. But we're always talking about flow, preaching flow, talking about how flow arts teach you to flow with life. And instead of being scared of where we're going to land next and getting comfortable again, maybe it's time to do it. So, yeah, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, and doing this in an 80s model RV is very crazy, but it might be time.